nervous
I don't
for,
know,
dude?
bro. Always
Dude,
nervous.
you play in front of all kinds of people. You're nervous, dude.
Yeah, I get nervous in front of those people too.
Do you really?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, you should talk. These are pretty close. So you don't have to like scream into them. Pretty
Yeah.
good. But all right, guys, welcome to Bottom of the Ninth podcast. I'm your host Elijah here with
I like it.
Mike Sanchez, the store manager here in San Antonio, and with the man himself, Jose Trevino.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, man. We're so happy to have you. Thanks for coming, dude. Really appreciate it. Yeah,
no doubt. I think it's gonna be a good turnout today.
Yeah, hopefully we got some people up in here. Yeah, for anybody who didn't know, last year we had Jose when he was still a Ranger, so now it's even sweeter.
And I had 3 people show up.
Shut up. You had quite a few.
Now we're gonna have hopefully 300.
We're gonna pack the house, but it's even sweeter because he's a Yankee now.
Big question: what's the difference between playing in the Texas with the Rangers and then New York with the Yankees?
Yeah, I mean it's for me, they're still both big market teams, but New York has more of a tradition, man. Like you're wearing pinstripes. You look at the names that are embedded in that history of the team. You look at Monument Park, and I'll actually share some with y'all after, so it's not recorded, but. I gotta there's a special connection between Monument Park and myself, which is kind of weird, but I mean, you look at Monument Park, you look at the guys in the history books, you look at All Stars, you look at people who've won World Series, like it's just tradition, man, and it's a big difference because I'm not saying the Rangers weren't going every day to win, but in New York, you're really there every day to win, and you're expected to win a championship.
Yep.
So does it feel pretty good to play in pinstripes?
Oh, dude, it felt great. Actually, the first day I got there in spring, there was 2 days left in camp, and I got there, and I didn't think I was going to play that day because I got in at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
well,
then
the trade went through pretty late. It was on the it was pretty
April
close
2nd.
Yeah,
I'll remember that forever, bro. So I got to Tampa actually a couple days. I got to Tampa the next day, and then I got in at 2 a.m. and then I woke up at 6 because I just couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep.
Pumped.
Yeah, dude, I was juiced. And then I was like, I'm not gonna play today. I'm gonna go and meet everybody, whatever. I go in there, names in the lineup. So check this out. My name's in the lineup. And they come up to me, they're like, "Hey, you feeling all right today?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "When's the last time you caught 5 innings?" And I'm like, "Well, I caught 5 innings a few days ago. I'm good." Okay. So I go in the game. It's hot. It is so hot in Tampa. Dude, I lost 10 pounds that day. And I'll tell you why I lost 10 pounds because. For one, I was really dehydrated. I couldn't find any water in my hotel. So I was all right, scrambling for water that night. And then in the morning, I was just in a big rush. Had to get ready, saw my name in the lineup. I was like, oh no, I'm playing today. Who am I catching? Who is he? Where's he from? Whatever. So I get there, I'm in the lineup. I catch 4 or 5 innings and they come up to me, they go, "Hey man, the rest of our bullpen is actually going to throw today. You mind, can you go one more inning?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I can go 6." Cool, whatever. So we get done with the 6. I come out and they're like, "Hey, we got Chad Green coming in. You mind catching the 7th?" And I'm like, "Dude, you can, yeah, I'm in." And they're like, "Hey man, after the 7th, hey man, we actually have Chappie throwing the 9th. Do you mind catching the 8th? Clay Holmes coming in the 8th and then Chappie the 9th. Do you mind catching 9 today?" And I was like, "Bro, throw me out there. Let's go." So I didn't officially get to wear pinstripes that day, but I wore the pants. So it was cool though. It was a good experience, bro. It was cool.
How was it catching those guys, dude? Catching Chapman, that dude throwing.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy. Tough. I feel like our staff had the best stuff, man. We have some good stuff, and guys throw hard. Guys have a lot of movement, and guys are basically really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. The biggest, I think the hardest thing to do was find a way to get to know all of them as fast as I could. But Higashioka was the one that really helped me a lot because he was right there, and Tanner Swanson, our catching guy. But it was dude, I needed help to learn these guys because I want to be prepared every single time I run out there. And that was the hardest thing. I had been prepared for the Ranger staff, and I'd known them for 5-6 years. I came up with some of those guys, and then just to change to one of the hardest throwing pitching staffs with some of the best pitch shapes and movements. So it was tough, but it was fun.
Not a lot of stuff people talk about when you transition from one team to another team.
Yeah. Really especially as a catcher. I think especially as a catcher because you want to know a lot of stuff. You want to know what guys like to throw. You want to know what guys are comfortable with. And if you get traded as a shortstop, go play shortstop, make a play, get up there, hit a ball, know the signs, that kind of stuff. But
how was it with the calling?
Oh, PitchCom. PitchCom was fine. I was totally cool with PitchCom. I loved it. I thought it sped the game up a little bit. there weren't that many communication issues, I think, with that, but I loved it.
All right, so take us to the All-Star game. How did you find out that you were an All-Star?
There was actually a writer that came up to me. I was in Boston. There was a writer that came up to me and was like, "Hey, congratulations!" And I'd kind of heard some rumblings, and I was like,
"You don't get caught up, yeah. You don't want to like."
And I was like, "Nah, man, I got to play tonight. I'm not even gonna think about that." I think we were on Sunday Night Baseball too, against the Red Sox. So I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna think about that. I got a big game tonight. Like, let's go. Like, we're doing this, whatever." So then I'm sitting around. Media gets out, and then Booney or Mendez comes up. Carlos Mendoza comes up to me, grabs me, he goes, "Hey, Booney wants to talk to you." And I was like, okay. I thought I was in trouble. I thought like something was going on. I thought he was going to talk. I thought he was going to talk to me about playing time. I thought he was going to talk to me about something else.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he's like, he saw the video. Like he was like, "Hey man, congratulations, you're an all-star." And I was like last year at this point, like at that point in my career, I was like fighting for a job, man. Like I was like, all right, I need to keep doing good because I need to keep a job for next year. And then to be able to like see the year transformation of like hard work and like really honing in on my skills and like truly believing in myself and believing in my craft, like I saw that come to fruition as soon as I was a Yankee, man. And it was just to be in that position, to be a MLB All-Star for the New York Yankees for the rest of my life is special, and I'll hold that close to my heart forever.
Yeah, it's almost like it's insane,
dude. It's crazy. I mean, I was sitting here last year. I mean, like we talked about, we literally had 3 people here last year, Ranger fans, quote unquote Ranger fans. But now, like, to see how far it's come, man, it's cool.
Yeah, I remember me and my girlfriend were watching, and I was like, "Oh, it's Nestor! You caught Nestor!"
Yeah, bro,
that was crazy. And they had y'all talking. Dude.
Yeah, we actually liked. I love the mic thing, but like I think the hitter could hear us, so we actually wanted to talk more. Yeah. And I think Nestor was like, "Yeah, I wanted to talk more, but like I just didn't know what to say." Like, and I was like, because usually like the pitch com, we go through it pretty quick. Like, yes, no, we're on the same page, but for the most part, I heard people liked it. So
it was so cool. It was awesome. I was watching, and I was like, "This is sick. This is sick." Yeah.
I wish they would do that.
Well, I think like they kind of do, right? There's some games. I don't know if it's Sunday Night Baseball.
But nobody ever does the catcher,
pitcher catcher.
Nobody ever does that.
It's always like an outfielder.
Because I would want is I would want to be mic'd up for an inning. Like, of course, there's some things that I talk about to our pitchers, to whoever else. Like, I don't want anybody here. That's the hard part. But I think for the content part of baseball and growing the game of baseball, I feel like if they were to do that, they'd get a catcher's perspective on a lot of things. Yeah. And I feel like there's so many good catchers in the game right now that I think people would start finding an appreciation for what catchers are doing behind the plate.
Yeah, sometimes overshadowed a little bit. It's kind of like
100%.
Oh yeah, people don't see out the importance. It's always like pitcher or anything else happening. Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, no, I agree, man. Like if they keep doing stuff, I mean, that's what I was saying. I forgot I was talking to you the other day. It was like baseball's getting more and more exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So many different aspects.
Dude, and you get so many different like players and so many good skilled players and different type of athletes, different types of bodies. You have Judge who's 6'7", and you have me who's 5'9.5", like, and then you go to Nestor and and like it just
it's crazy.
The crazy part is like these guys are all good at what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what you pay for. That's what you look for. You're like, man, this guy's special.
Yeah, man. So let's kind of bring it back to this whole thing. So you're here in San Antonio, and you're here at Baseball Express. So how did you first hear about us, man? How did you?
Dude, I was like 5, 6 years old. We were coming to baseball tournaments just in San Antonio. Like growing up in Corpus, this is where we'd come. Baseball tournaments. I think it was called Pepsi Sports Park, if I'm not mistaken. There was a Pepsi Sports Park complex, and it's something new now. I don't know.
Oh, it used to be Gun. It's been like passed through.
If I go there and see it, I'll be like, yeah, this is the park. Because dude, we used to come here all the time. Like we used to be there all the time. And I think they played like men's softball there.
Yeah, that's
it. So
yeah.
And they built him like a multi-million-dollar baseball field out there.
That's got to be it. So we would come here all the time, and my dad would actually be like, hey, we got to run a Baseball Express. We got to buy some baseballs. Because this is where we'd buy baseballs. And dude, I'd get so happy because there was so much stuff in here, and you'd be like, man, like if I could save some money up for those cleats right there, like if I could get save some money up for that glove. Like I've been seeing this on the catalogs and stuff like that. So anytime we were able to come to, and it was always on Nakoma.
Yeah, Nakoma. Yeah.
So like we knew that, like it was like, okay, we're going to Nakoma, like we're going to Baseball Express by the airport. So yeah, man. I mean, growing up, like we heard about this thing being from Southside. Yeah, this was it.
Yeah. So funny story, like when I was in high school, like when we could drive, because you'd always have to wait for your parents to be like, hey dad, you want to take me to cross town? So I'd be like, dad, can you take me? Like, I don't know if I can take you. It's cross town.
Yeah, for sure.
And when we started driving, I was like, me and my buddies would meet at my house.
Yeah.
Like Adam and a couple of buddies, and we would literally carpool and come over here, and we would spend like hours.
Dude, just looking around. It's the best. Dude,
it's like you almost make like an event out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But
for sure. And especially if you had like a little bit of cash, you'd be like, all right, what can I go buy?
What can I buy? Like,
what can I buy today from Baseball Express? Like that would be cool. Wristband's cool. So
if it's something, right, you grab something. Yeah. But yeah, man. So like I said, we're super pumped you're here, man. Like this is like super homegrown, man. It's what makes it more special. So tell us about your tournament, why you're here, what we're promoting today.
Yeah, for sure. So every year I do something with a charity around Christmas time. We either call it the Trevino Toy Drive, the Trevino Toy Drive baseball tournament. I've had a drive-through one time at a camp. So we've had different variations of like this donation of toys.
Right. Last year you had a camp, right? That's
no. Last year was a tournament in Dallas.
That's what it was.
Last year was a tournament in Dallas.
It was like a tournament in Dallas, and you were promoting a camp that you were running at DST.
Yeah. It was that was a catcher's camp. Catcher's camp. Like so, this year we're actually having a baseball tournament in San Antonio where teams are traveling from as far north as like North Dallas to like Rio Grande Valley. So like teams from Corpus are coming up. So it's going to be nuts. It's going to be wild. We have food vendors. This is actually getting leaked. I have the Coyote coming out. The Coyote will be there. I have anybody.
Are you Spurs fan though?
I'm a huge Spurs fan.
There it is.
Like
I know. I had to ask.
They made this hat just for me.
For the people.
They made this hat just for me. Like, well, look at the flyer too. Like the flyer's kind of like San Antonio Fiesta. Yeah, I'm trying. But me and the Coyote, you know, I feed him a couple rabbits here and there, so he didn't have to go hunting for him. But we're friends. But Blitzball.
Yeah.
Blitzball is going to be here, the Blitzball Pros. Oh. So we're going to be having all types of events going on. We have food trucks, from food trucks to like, I think someone's setting up. I think I'm going to save that. I'm going to save. Well, actually, SR Bats is going to be there. I'm hearing Baseball Express might be there. So like that's what I'm saying. Like there's going to be something to do at every corner you turn.
That's cool.
And I mean, it's going to be a fun weekend, and we're going to collect a bunch of toys.
Yeah.
We're going to make a couple of donations here and there, but yeah, man, we're excited for it. I'm pretty sure Laren was like, yo, we can't do more than 75 teams because McAllister can't hold that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I'm like, really? He's like, dude, I'm telling you right now, like, I think your team wait list was at 130. And that people, okay, so I'm going to tell this story. I hope I don't get in trouble for this.
No, you're good.
But,
I hope.
but there was a guy that called the director, Laren Hampton, and was like, hey, there's a team that signed up for another tournament this weekend. Can you kick them out of Trevino's tournament and put our team in? Because people are going to wait a little bit longer because, like, no offense, but like last minute, it is what it is, you know. And then you find out about it, and then you get excited, and you're like, we should do it, but by then it's too late. So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a cool tournament, 2-day tournament. We're starting out Friday, actually, kind of like an opening ceremonies at Six Flags, and we have a QR code kind of rolling around there. But if you can find it, you're gonna be able to get a $15 ticket and come hang out with us. Oh, I say with us, with me and some I'm having some special guests. I'm not allowed to say that yet.
I was about to ask, because what's the
they're not Yankees, but they're pretty cool kids, and
cool cats.
So we're doing that. We're hanging out at Fiesta, Texas. We're gonna have like a Q&A for like as many teams that get to sign up and reserve.
That's this Friday, yeah.
That's this Friday.
The second?
That's the second. So we're gonna get that theater, I guess, that they have in Six Flags, and we're gonna go in there. We're gonna have a live Q&A with some kids and stuff. So
that's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
Y'all are more than welcome to come record it if y'all want.
What time?
We're gonna be there probably from like 8:15 to 9
in the morning or at night.
PM.
That's perfect. We close at 7. I'll be on my way.
Hey, let's
come on, y'all can come set up. We'll get you hooked up, and we'll do something like this. Y'all can record and all that.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think MLB is coming down. Like, I think MLB Network is going to be.
Hey, we're bigger than MLB.
So there you go. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I'm just kidding.
It's not bad. Not a bad idea.
So I know last year you had that tournament in Dallas. I know you're saying you're doing one every year, right? Mm-hmm. What made you want to do it here in San Antonio?
Man, well, I live here, so I mean, it's convenient. You know, it's selfish of me, but at the same time, like, I didn't want to go as far south to where I would miss the Dallas teams,
right?
And I didn't want to go as far north to where I'd miss South Texas teams anymore.
Yeah. Because
I wanted to show North Texas that South Texas is really good, really good baseball, and that we can play. And that's the reason why San Antonio, Central Texas, kind of like central location. That's why I wanted to bring it here, because it's kind of centralized. I'm from here, and I feel like the community would back me up on it. And I'm not saying I'm going to move it to Corpus next year, but there is an option. Like, I feel like we could grow this into like a bigger deal if we just keep going to the cities that, you know, I lived in. Like, I feel like if we go to Corpus next year, people are like, man, this thing will blow up, but I'm afraid I'll lose the Dallas teams. I don't want to do that, because the Dallas teams are the ones that I'm not going to say we got their attention last year with the tournament that we did, but, you know, there's a reason why these people are coming down from Dallas to San Antonio to play. But the real reason behind
2 hours won't be too bad.
Exactly. But the real reason is because I wanted to show them that South Texas teams are here to play. And I wanted to show South Texas teams that these Dallas teams are real. Like, they're really good. They run really good programs. And, like, if we want to grow youth baseball, got to play each other. You want to beat the best, you got to play the best, you know? So
I feel like honestly, like, growing up playing here, I mean, you can speak to that. I mean, like, we almost get overshadowed in this area.
100%.
But
you have Austin. You have Austin, Houston.
Austin definitely gets overlooked. It's always Houston, Dallas, Houston. Like, those are the big baseball areas. That's where I was going, because here tournaments weren't like, I don't want to say there weren't tournaments.
You're not the first person to say what you're about to say.
But we would always be everywhere else.
Exactly.
Everywhere else to play.
What we're trying to do this weekend is show people that San Antonio can run a good tournament. Trevino can run a good tournament. My friend Laren Hampton can run a good tournament. And that's what we're going to try to do, man. We're going to try to put on a good show. And hopefully, you know, the community finds us. I think what's going to happen is Friday, people are going to find out about it. And then the details are going to leak about the tournament. And they're going to be like, well, let's go check it out. And then, not to mention, there's going to be plenty of food trucks. Like, our plan is with the food trucks we don't want anybody to leave the park.
Yeah.
I want kids to stay around, get autographs.
You want it all inclusive. You want it to be everything.
Yeah. Out there. And actually, like, I just got sent this. I don't know if you think kids still do trading pins?
I think so. I forgot about
All right. So I'm going to show y'all this. I'm not going to show the cameras, but I'll show y'all this. So I just got these in today.
I like the catcher one.
So that one obviously has my jersey, and then that one, that catcher's helmet, and then Laren's 24 Sports. But the catcher's helmet, I think, is going to be big. So what I plan on doing, basically, like, signing autographs and trading pins with kids.
Dude,
because when I was a kid, I mean, when you were a kid too, playing select baseball, like,
that was the thing. Yeah.
You had a towel, and you would trade pins with a team from Missouri.
When you go to the World Series.
Yeah, and now, like, I look back at it, and I'm like, man, I don't know where those towels are. And I wish I did, because
you're telling me this now, and I'm thinking
I could be like playing against somebody that I played against when I was 10 years old.
You don't even.
So this is kind of what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to bring. Now, I don't know if it's gone. I don't know if they still trade pins, but I want kids to hold on to these things forever.
You know, I mean, you coach, right?
Well, we're gonna find out here probably like in a couple hours, because
bring it back.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna post this on Instagram and Twitter. Be like, hey, I hope y'all still have pins.
When I was like 12, we went to a World Series in Houston, and there was teams Louisiana and Missouri, where, like you said, and we had that opening ceremony day where they had little pre-games that we did, and the dads did home run derbies. We did little throwing games, and then they traded.
Dude, I think next year we have so many ideas about next year. Like, dude, this tournament gets better every year. I'm not kidding. Every single year this tournament gets better, and I think next year I want to start with a home run derby. Like, I want to start with a home run derby so bad, dude.
So I played in one that they did that it's like the world's. It was in Round Rock. We played over at, I think,
the kids were the ones hitting.
Yeah. So the team.
So I want to get pros to come out.
You want to do something like that?
I want to get some pros to come out. 8 guys, 7 other dudes come out and find every guy finds a sponsor to sponsor them for every home run that they hit.
That's sick. That'd be sick.
And then we donate the money. Yeah. They donate theirs to whatever charity. I donate mine to my charity.
Like how T-Mobile does it with the
sure. Yeah. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Whatever that is. So I think that would be cool to get some pros out here. And I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really reach out as much to the guys to see if they would come because like I don't want to bother guys in the offseason. But at the same time, like I feel like once people find out, they're gonna be like, dude, I need to be a part of this.
I would.
So I know like there's some new ownership taking over the Missions.
And
they're supposed
I heard about that. My guy.
So there might be a new stadium that you.
If there's a new stadium, we're doing it. I don't know when it's gonna be built.
I don't know either.
I think they need to put that in downtown, bro, because these South Texas people will support that. Look at Corpus, bro. Corpus loves baseball. I know San Antonio would love that.
Dude, that's been in discussion for I don't know how long.
Dude, look at the games that they have with the Chanclas.
Yeah, dude.
When they turn into the Chanclas, they pack it out. Yeah. So and I think they can do that every night in downtown San Antonio with
easy.
It's I think they.
Look at just how obviously it's not the same sport, but look how loyal the fan base is.
Yeah.
To Spurs.
Yeah.
Just
I can't wait to
see.
They would be. I can't wait to see what they're going to be like with the Rampage.
Oh, dude.
Or not with the Rampage, the Brahmas.
Oh, yeah.
The Brahmas, that's what they're called, the Brahmas. So I just recently bought my sweater just to support, my hometown XFL football team.
There you go, dude.
So.
I think it would be
good. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, no. So a couple other things we're going to ask you because we got people are packing the house. We can't tell. We got some people coming
I'm telling you, last year we had 3 people. I'm not going to lie.
Dude, this is sick. But so we wanted to kind of talk about how you came up in the game.
Yeah.
So when you played.
Yeah.
So where'd you go to college at?
I went to college at Oral Roberts University.
Okay.
Graduated from high school at St. John Paul II High School in Corpus Christi. Got recruited.
Wait, you went to John Paul High School? Is that TAPS?
That's TAPS for
What year did you graduate?
2011. Yeah, bro. We probably.
I went to Central Catholic, so we may have played.
We never played Central Catholic.
I think you may have already graduated because y'all were in our district for 1 year, but I think it was my junior, so you were already.
I was already gone. Yeah, I'm old, bro. I'm turning 30. Trevino's birthday bash. That's why we're doing this. I didn't play against them. They were 5A. They might have been 5A.
Yeah.
They were St. Thomas, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, we played.
But we were in the state championship when they were too. But yeah,
they were higher division.
Yeah. But I graduated from there. I won 2 state championships back to back.
This guy.
And then went to college at Oral Roberts.
And no JUCO straight out of high school.
High school to Oral Roberts, and I did that because I had a good senior year, and people were asking me like, "Hey, go to a JUCO so you can get drafted." And at the time, I was like, I was a wise kid at 18. I was like, I could have been like, yeah, I'm done with school. But I was like, you know what? I can go get 3 years of education. I can go get 3 years of development. I can find out if I really, really want to play baseball. But I knew I wanted to play baseball.
Yeah, you knew that.
I knew when I wanted to play baseball. I was like an 8th grader, I think it was. Whenever they made the helmet behind the hat, behind the helmet catch for the Giants to win the Super Bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
That day I knew I wanted to be a professional baseball player. And I mean it.
Well, that's a dream, man.
Yeah.
That's like that's almost larger than life kind of deal you think about. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole story's unreal. But I mean I went there and I went to Oral Roberts and I was like, I need 3 years of development to see if I can hang with the big boys.
I was gonna say college is the big
I feel like dude.
And I went to a small D1.
You make the choices yourself to show to those 5 a.m. workouts.
And not only was I was away from home, and I said that I was like, I'm gonna go away from home. I don't want to be close to home. I don't want to be close to mom and dad.
Helps you grow, man.
I don't want to be close enough to drive back and forth for a day. I don't want to go home on a Sunday and go to class on Monday. I don't want to do that. I want to be by myself. I want to see if I'm ready for this. And sure enough, man, those guys at Oral Roberts took care of me and ended up, having a good career there. And they got me drafted in the 6th round to the Rangers. And then
I feel like that's big. That's big, though. I mean, that's big. I mean, you come from you came from Corpus. It's a smaller town.
Yeah.
And I realized that too when I was playing that. Like you play in these areas and you think you're good. It's like,
dude, right away.
The game's bigger,
dude. Right away. I remember my first scrimmage. I faced a guy named Drew Bowen, and I was like, "This is the greatest pitcher of all time." Greatest, and we call him Bobo, but like Bobo was nasty. And I remember like going back to my dorm room, like, "What the hell, bro? Are you ready for this?"
Yeah.
And I remember like they would always tell us like, "Hey, the indoor's open till curfew." So finally I was like, bro, I got to figure out how to hit this dude's slider. I got to figure out how to hit this dude's fastball. Like 91 was gas to me. Yeah. So like coming from South Texas, like you rarely see, I don't know about now, but you were rarely seeing guys throw 91, 92.
Honestly, he's not wrong. Cause so my dad was coaching in high school around the time you were graduating in like summer ball.
Dude, guys were like, it was like 92 was like hard. You were like, oh man, that guy's throwing hard.
But like now, dude,
this guy's throwing 100.
Yeah,
this guy's throwing 100.
Bernie throwing 99,
yeah.
100.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how developing has come like baseball.
Dude, it's almost like you can look at it in the pros. You look at like if you go back 10 years, the hardest like 96 was like
it's crazy.
100, and now like, and then you used to say like the average fastball in the big leagues was
I'll,
like 90.
I'll tell you this: 3 years ago when I was in the big leagues, the thing around the dugout was like, get to the bullpen, to the bullpen, and you got them. Now it's like
you don't know what's going to
stay out of that thing because they throw a billion and it moves a lot.
I was gonna say it depends whose bullpen you're facing.
Yeah.
It's also true, but yeah, I was like, I mean, the whole game is just evolving, bro. People are
trading. It's crazy,
harder.
dude. It's crazy.